Welcome my fellow creators. In this video I want to show you a door that I recently worked on, and as you can see before us is a 4 high wall, and once we press this button this wall will retract into the ceiling and into the floor, and we can head through to grab our stuff. Once we've done that we can return to the other side and press the button once more and it will swiftly close. This button can also be located anywhere where you can hook it up to the door, and you can also have more than one button. Now let's move on to the redstone. So this is all of the redstone, and as you can see it is quite compact. I've marked out the expandable parts with light blue concrete, and as you can see it is not that much. It is only 7 redstone dust, 7 redstone repeaters, then also 7 steel pistons, some blocks, and 1 observer per slice. And I think that's pretty good for a 4 high door. Then we have the control circuits. The upper one is marked in green, and some of the lower one is also green. Then the main control circuit at the bottom is orange. And connecting these two, so the top and the bottom, is the yellow one, where the input is also located. And now you can see it in action right here. And the way this works is, first of all, here the first thing this machine does is extend this double piston extender, which is going to push these blocks down to here. So from here they are going to go 2 blocks down, so here, and it is going to retract upwards again, and then it will retract into the ceiling. Then this piston will grab this block and will transport it down here. Next up, this will be grabbed and transported here, and lastly this one is also transported there. And when we extend it, it's just going like this, and then it goes up, and this one goes into that slot, and that we can see right now. So this is the storage, and now it gets put back up. Now let's start with the tutorial. We are going to start by building a slice, and for that I've already put in the wall. Then we have to go above that and place in a ceiling, just like this. And right here on one side we have to place in a observer facing down onto a full opaque block, just like this. And I'm going to use light blue concrete. As I said before, this is for the expandable parts. Now this repeater has to be on 1 tick. Then down here we have to have a 3 tick repeater, and above that another 1 tick repeater. And these are going to power a triple piston extender that has to be in this state right now if we want to have it with the wall already there. Then we can place in the floor. Just do that. Then take 2 blocks, and after that place in steel pistons facing up. Next to that another steel piston, and finally the last one, which is going to grab the blocks from here. Then we want to just place in some repeaters which are going to power all of the pistons, so just like this. And finally this is the last row. Now I'm going to do another slice. So piston, which is going to be a double piston, another piston next to that, just power those. The grabber piston I'm going to call it. Then just power the double piston extender, place in the floor, and then the wall. Then we have to place in the triple piston extender in the state. As the next step, we are going to place in a 3-tick repeater, which is going to be part of the triple piston extender. Then also a observer facing down, and we have to reset this for now, so like this. And I should have done that in a while, because we're going to update it once again with a 1-tick repeater. And then we're going to place in another 1-tick repeater right here. And as I said before, this is the expandable part, so you can have it as long as you want. And you can even, if it runs out of signal, you can also have some kind of repeater, and then something like this. So this is how it is done mostly. So that, because we can't really place redstone next to each other, this is how we do it. So this is 2 ticks and this is 2 ticks after that. So 3 ticks after these. We are going to start with the upper control circuit, which is going to be on lime concrete. And for that, we're going to replace this redstone dust with a block, and on top of that we have to place in a redstone dust. Then next to that, another redstone dust on top of a block. These are both powered by repeaters, one on 1 tick and another one on 3 ticks. Then the 1-tick repeater has to be powered by a redstone line on top of a upside down slab, so that we don't, but power the sticky piston facing up with the observer just next to the redstone line. And now we're going to take a 8-tick output from that redstone line, run it into a monostable circuit, just like this. Then have a output with a redstone, and down here we're going to have a 2-tick repeater, and this is going to go directly into this line. Then place in another redstone right here, then 2 observers, which are going to power this redstone line. We are going to continue by building the bottom control circuit, and for that we're going to place in some orange concrete. This has to be next to the most left upper line. Then place in a redstone right here on top of a normal block, then 2 slabs just like this with the redstone on top, and then a observer with a 1-tick repeater. After that, another 1-tick repeater on a normal block, which is going to power this redstone line. This observer is going to go into a normal block, which is going to power a 3-tick repeater, powering a observer, or the observer is detecting the change in the 3-tick repeater. This has to go into a normal block, and then finally a redstone dust right here. Then we also want to have another control circuit, which is going to be a 1-tick repeater right there, and this is going to be powered by a block right there. We are now going to connect the previously built control circuits, and for that we're going to place in a yellow concrete on this sticky piston, then just a button or any kind of pulse is going to be our input, and I'm just going to use a wooden button for now. Then take a 4-tick output from that block, run it into a block with a redstone dust underneath. This is going to be also powering another 1-tick repeater going into another block, and then a piston which is going to have to be sticky, and then a observer powering this line through this block. Then we also want to hook up this redstone line to another repeater, which is going to be on 3 ticks, also powering this one, but also powering a piston below that block, which is going to go into the green circuit down here. And finally, we just want to have another piston, which is going to be 6 ticks from there. And this is just going to go down and have another observer. And as you can see now, it functions perfectly, or it is supposed to function perfectly. And I know what I forgot. We just have to replace this with a observer, just like this. And now we can take out some iron and just hit it again and make sure that it works. And as you can see, it works flawlessly. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to rate and comment down below. I would really appreciate your feedback, and if you want to share some ideas with me, you can let me know on my Discord server, which you can find a link to in the description down below. I would always appreciate some chatting with you, and I think it is very important for our channel. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next one.